Hello, this is Chris with PixelFreak.com, and today we're going to do a playthrough of Gunman Clive. Now, I know our coverage of this game has been pretty substantial over the last week or two. This is the end of it. This will be the last thing that we do for this game. I figured it would be, since there were so many people talking about how hard this game was, I figured it'd be a good idea to go ahead and do a playthrough of it. Take that, duck! So anyways, there are a couple strategies in the game. Most of the strategies, I guess, would probably be more towards the bosses. Dirty little ducks. Now the ducks are such a funny enemy to have in the game. That duck. It really does nothing. It just walks back and forth. That gun right there, that's the shotgun. One of my favorite guns. Now, the cool thing about it is it shoots in 3 directions at the same time. The bad thing about it is you can only shoot 2 bullets at a time instead of 3, which is what you can shoot with your regular gun. So in some cases, it's actually better to have the pistol, but almost always, shotgun's the best. And the cake restores your health. I was kind of hoping as I was jumping around, you see me do this a couple times throughout the game, I'll jump around looking for like some kind of hidden item or something. You know, I never found anything of any real use. Wolves. Wow, that was close. I never noticed that outhouse has a heart on it. It's kind of funny because a lot of old outhouses used to have moons on them. So it's kind of funny that it was a heart. But maybe there was ones with hearts and I just didn't know about them. Yeah, there's just a ton of mechanics in this game that really borrow from old school like 8-bit platformers. Massively, it takes from Mega Man. With like the amount of bullets you can shoot and the way that you jump and the ladders, and there's just a lot of borrowing from Mega Man. You'll also see a little bit from Castlevania. Like I think the chandeliers here are more of a Castlevania mechanic than they are a Mega Man mechanic. And these guys that pop out here out of the ground, they are somewhat similar to the little bell guys that have the hard hats on. And they pop up and they shoot at you. I always thought, you know, I've gone through this game like 3 times now, and I always thought that duck right there is particularly unnecessary. I guess if you fell down there, you could possibly get hit by him, but it just makes no sense to me. And just to note too, I did edit this video, so I didn't go through the whole game without dying, but I did edit it all together so that it appears as though I'll go straight through the game without dying. And the video's, you know, split into separate chunks, but by now you already realized that because this video is probably titled as such. Alright, second stage of the first world. You gotta watch out for those little crane guys. They do drop bombs, as you just saw. So you gotta be cognizant of that when you see them. When you get hit, you're gonna lose your guns. So you got to be careful not to get hit unless you don't want the gun that you have, which can be the case. And there was a couple times throughout this game that I didn't want the gun I had, and the only way to drop it is to get rid of it. So this gun I just picked up, this is like a heat-seeking, like a homing missile type gun, but it only has a little bit of effectiveness. It only moves like, you know, 10 feet or something. So it's good in this situation here when you're trying to take out these guys. But in a lot of situations, it's not super useful. It's much better than the normal gun, but I wouldn't say that it's often my favorite gun. And you know, this playthrough is actually done as well with a 6-axis controller. My phone is rooted, and I actually hooked up my controller to play this game, and this playthrough is actually a lot easier because of that. But I also had known about the rest of the game. I have played through it though with the touchscreen controls. It's a little more frustrating, but completely possible. It just takes a little patience. You know, there's a few people that have left reviews for this game that say the game's too hard, and to them I say take a walk, because to me this game is perfectly difficult. It's almost amazing, I think, how perfect it is as far as its difficulty. I mean, you basically get infinite lives to just keep starting over and over and over again, but you do have to start at the beginning of the stage that you're on. Not like the whole world, just, you know, that one specific stage. Each one's, you know, no longer than, I think it's like 5 minutes long or something like that. So, I mean, you're only getting set back a little ways. And somebody actually even suggested adding checkpoints, which I think would just be a ridiculous mechanic for a game that's, you know, you basically already have checkpoints. With five minutes between rounds, a lot of it's just timing too. Like, just like that, killing that guy was about timing more than anything else. I shouldn't say the levels are 5 minutes long. Oh, here's the major boss. So this is the end of the first world, actually. So the trick with this guy is you got to watch out for his little slams, and he doesn't necessarily slam down like in the same places or right where you are, but the trick is to time his shots and then just run up on him. And the shotgun's actually a bad gun to have on him. It's almost best to just get right up in his face with your gun and kill him. Yep, so that's it. First world in the books. First one's done. All right, so we're going to do the second one now. So don't forget to like our videos and subscribe to the channel. Check out our webpage at pixel-freak.com. And until next time, this has been Chris with pixelfreak.com.